How are you today? Thanks for tuning in. I think I have one live person, so hi. Appreciate that. Anyhow, my name is Donna Carroll, and I am a channel, a spiritual channel, and I've renamed myself Lemurian Donna Carroll because my soul mission and my work is about bringing back the Lemurian energy to people and to help reestablish the cultural norms of that civilization from so long ago here on Earth now and in the future. So that is my soul mission. So right now I'm rebranding my website. I've rebranded my YouTube channel, and I'm redoing my email list, and I do everything myself. Um, for various reasons, probably mainly financial, but I worked as a secretary for many years, so I'm pretty good on the computer. Not as good today as I was back then. But anyhow, long story short is I'm rebranding myself, so I haven't been doing too many readings this winter. I kind of took a little bit of a break. I mean, I've been working, but sporadically. I do readings. I do about 7 different things, and in the future I'll do a video on what I offer, just to put it out there. But essentially, I have not been doing readings because I have been in a state of deep, deep healing. I mean, and I guess you guys have been too, because the energies coming in, the ascension energies from Alcyon, are forcing us to go into a state of healing, whether we want to or not. But actually, I did want to. And I would say since November of 2018, I've been in this deep, deep process. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because that is how I met the green-hearted healers. So, long story short, I had been taking sleeping pills because I've had insomnia my whole life. Luckily, I don't have it anymore, thank you God. And about 3 or 4 years ago, I was in a very high stress situation, in a high stressful state, and I could not sleep. So I went to a doctor. Actually, I went to a psychiatrist because it's a controlled substance, and I wanted those pills to sleep. And so he prescribed me Ambien. So I took an Ambien, probably 5 milligrams, just about every night for the last 3 years. Well, you're not supposed to take them that long. You're supposed to take them for a few weeks or a month or something. And I became dependent on them. And my doctor was telling me, you need to get off of these because there are some studies saying that they could cause dementia. And I'm like, oh boy, I don't need that. Also, I'm a channel. So when you learn how to channel, by the way, I teach people how to channel. One thing that you will notice is, I noticed, is that my memory was never particularly good, but it's not what it was. You are really in real time, present time, and I don't remember a lot of things that other people remember from my, long-term memory is not good. Your brain gets rewired. You're pretty much in present time a lot of the time. So long story short is I decided, yes, I needed to get off these sleeping pills. The doctor is correct. And plus they wanted to put me on all these other heavy-duty drugs. And I'm like, no, that's not going to work. I take thyroid because I had thyroid cancer, and I take hormones like testosterone and a little bit of progesterone because I'm older. And I didn't want to get into heavy duty. They wanted to put me on some really strong drugs, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't need that. I'm not bipolar. I'm not depressed. I go through bouts of anxiety and depression, and then they leave because we're clearing, right? I think I'm going on and on too much, but I just wanted to give you some background information. So I had given up my tendency to gamble. I wasn't gambling all the time, but I would go like once every other week, once a month to gamble. And I realized that that was not healthy. I gave that up almost a year ago. I don't gamble at all. And I decided, well, I'm giving up my addictions one by one. And so I needed to give up the sleeping pills. And basically, I decided to do it cold turkey. And because that's the type of person I am. I don't string things out if I can avoid it. So I researched it, and my doctor wanted to taper me off of them, and I'm like, no, I'm just going to go off of them. So I went cold turkey, and I researched it, and it said on Google that you will be up for 2 days to 5 days with rebound insomnia. And I'm like, okay. So I took a week off of work, and I sequestered myself. And for 5 days, I did not sleep. I slept a couple hours in the morning, but I didn't sleep all night long. And during that time, I was in altered states of consciousness, as you can imagine, because lack of sleep and just being isolated. And I'm always praying, like, please, God, heal me, heal me. You know, I ask the angels to heal me. I ask God for help because, you know, I need it, as we all do. And I mean physical healing, emotional healing, mental healing, spiritual healing. I want to be healed. I want to be the highest vibration that I can possibly be. So, and the guides have come in and healed me. The Arcturians have come in. The angels have come in. I pray to them. I work with them. And I love them. And I have seen Arcturians. I have seen angels. I've seen all kinds of entities, different ETs that I have no name for, not on a regular basis, but over the years. And I've seen a lot of dark things. So maybe one day I'll do a video on the darkest of the dark. You know, I've seen Lucifer, I've seen Jesus. So I feel like I can talk with authority about these things because I'm directly experiencing them. Okay. And I feel like unless you're directly experiencing something or have a working knowledge of something, like for instance, someone was telling me how the universe was formed, and this is what happened. And I'm like, did you see that? Did you experience that? Or is that something that someone told you? Okay. My guru in Sahaj Marg, on the other side, I have a lot of gurus, but one in particular, Babaji Maharaj, stated in his book how the universe was formed. So I tend to believe that because he's my guru and he was an enlightened master, which is very different from what this person said. However, I don't know exactly because I did not go back in time and experience it myself, but I do kind of trust my gurus. But that's neither here nor there. I guess what I'm trying to say is be vigilant with others than yourself. Don't take what someone says blindly. I don't even expect people to believe what I say because, you know, I'm telling you about my experiences, but unless you feel it deeply inside that is a truth for you or that resonates with you, I don't expect you to believe me. So, I mean, yeah, I'm just being honest with you. So I tend to believe what I see, hear, and feel myself. And even that can be delusional because there's plenty of people in the madhouse seeing, feeling, and hearing plenty of things that is their reality, but it could be considered an illusion. So just be vigilant with yourself and your belief system. Remain open, but don't be buying everything that everyone tells you, okay? Sorry, that was a little tangent. I tend to do that. Anyhow, going back to my experience with the green-hearted healers, I was giving up Ambien. It was very difficult. I was up for 5 nights. Halfway through one day, I was lying in bed because I was in bed a lot during those 5 days. I felt this pulling on my right leg, and someone was pulling on my leg, and I just assumed it was the Arcturians because I've worked with them before and they're healers. And they pulled it down, and I felt it. And I was like, wow, that's that's really interesting. Thank you. I knew someone was doing something. I was like, thank you, thank you. Because, you know, I feel so blessed that they want to work with me. So, so then the next day, oh no, during that time, the ETs were talking to me and they said, we're going to heal your leg. They said, and just so you know, I had tremendous pain in my right hip my whole life and in my left mid-back, and they were associated. The ET said to me, you broke your leg in another lifetime, and I think I know what lifetime it is. And so when you came in, you brought that memory with you. And so my leg and my hip were out of place. Another medium told me 10 years ago that when I was born, through the birth canal, my right leg got twisted, and that's why my hip hurt. So the injury from that past life got reestablished in this lifetime. So I had really bad pain in my hip and really bad pain in my left back. My hip was out of its, I don't know if it was out of its socket, but it was definitely out of alignment. The leg was shorter than the other one, and it was pulling on the muscle in the back. So I was in constant pain. And no chiropractor could really help me with that. I tried other things, and I got a little bit of relief, but, you know, nothing like this. So they pulled on my leg, and they said, we're going to heal this because you've been praying for healing, and we're here to help you. And they were just working, and I was like, thank you. And then, you know, I just assumed it was the Arcturians. Okay, I didn't see them at the time. So the next day, I decided I would love to see who healed me, because I woke up. I woke up after like a couple hours of sleep in the morning, and the pain was gone. The pain in my hip was gone. I mean, completely gone. And the pain in my back was gone, completely gone. And I'm like, holy, this was amazing. This was a radical physical healing. And I'm telling you that no doctor could see, or I never had an x-ray or MRI on this, but no doctor could see the injury. It was so deep inside. I just lived with it. So I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Can you tell me who you are? Can you show yourselves to me? And they did. They showed themselves to me. And what they look like, and I should draw a picture, is they almost look like little stick figures, very thin, non-human, not human at all, did not look remotely human. Stick figures, they were green, and they had helmets. They were wearing space helmets, and they were very wide and not very tall, like wide. So I'd never seen anything like this. And I just said, thank you. And trying to think what they said. And they were very, very nice. I think I saw one of them, but I think they were working in a group. But I do keep a journal. Here's my current journal. So I'll just read to you what I wrote after the experience, because, you know, sometimes your memory gets fuzzy. Oh, here it is. 12/9/19, and this actually happened in November, and so I wrote about it in December. And I say, during my Ambien withdrawal, I had a miraculous healing. These ETs came into my field. They mentioned a broken and misaligned leg. They pulled my leg down, and my hip readjusted. I woke the next day, and the constant pain in my right hip and left mid-back was gone. The next day, I asked to see these miraculous ETs. They look like Gumbies, and I called them the Gumbies, which, I don't know, that's what they reminded me of, Gumbies. They were green and wore helmets on their head. They said that they were from another universe. They wanted to heal me for their own edification. I later tried to channel them to heal my friend's wrist, but it did not work. So I wasn't able to channel them for someone else's healing. Maybe that will shift in the future. However, I am grateful to be out of my pain. I wish they would heal the rest of me, and I think they might. Um, so long story short, they were helping me, but I was also helping them. They came from another universe, and they were in my body, and they were learning. So another friend of mine and a former channeling student of mine, who is an amazing channel, and I wish this person was channeling publicly everywhere. I love her channeling. Anyhow, I asked her to channel these ETs so I could ask them some questions, and I did. And the ETs said that they shrink. That they can shrink way, way down, and they come into the body, and they work by hand on the different muscles, tissues, cells. So they can go, I guess they can go up and down in size. Also, they're very light. Their trademarks are lightness and levity, and um, they basically work by, how do they work? Oh my goodness, how do they work? They work by shifting your field. So my vibration was at this level, and they take it up to another level. They work by shifting your vibration. They bring you up, and then they go in there and do their thing, but they shift your entire vibration, your entire reality. And I think they do that pretty substantially to have that type of healing. Honestly, I know people have miraculous healings. I do, and I know that other healers facilitate miraculous healings, but I personally have not experienced that before, so it's a big deal for me. So I asked my friend who was channeling, what happened? What did these ETs do to me? And the ETs said when they pulled my right leg, they put a pyramid-shaped piece and they inserted it into the back of the hip joint to keep my leg straight. So they put in a prosthetic or a piece to lift the hip and straighten the leg. They told me to use my hands, I'm sorry that I haven't done this, to send love and appreciation to that part of the body and also my left mid-back. They said I might have some pain. I've had like a little bit of readjustment, so sometimes I get a little pain in the left back, or I can feel a little twinge in the hip, and they say that's my muscles and the surrounding tissues readjusting to the healing. So, but it's nothing compared to what it was before. It was constant pain. All right, so anyhow, it was so amazing that I wanted to bring these healers to you because I asked my friend, did they work with other humans? What's going on? They said yes, they do work with other humans. Most people cannot see them, and most people cannot communicate with them. But they work with humans a lot in their sleep state, okay? And so I wanted to bring you the knowledge of them so that you can invoke them and work with these healers in your sleep state. You can also work with the angels and the Arcturians in your sleep state as well. And it's very, very good thing to do. You just ask them to come in before you go to bed. I do this all the time. Also try to have a piece of selenite near your bed. This is a selenite pyramid. I have so much selenite. It's my healthy addiction. Anyhow, try to have the selenite near you because it facilitates bringing in, it makes it much easier for these entities to come through into this reality, into this dimension. It acts as a bridge from this realm to the celestial realms, the higher realms. So when I work with ETs or angels, I know that they can come in and help me because I have selenite everywhere. And even sometimes I wear it outside to prevent the juju from coming on. And you guys know what I mean. So in honor of the green-hearted healers, today I've worn my green sweater and I have my green drink. And I want to say that the addiction that I'm working on now is sugar. I'm addicted to sugar. I grew up eating dessert every single night. I do have a weight issue, so I haven't been eating any sugar. in a week, and every morning I make myself a green drink, and I have that, and I also eat a salad every day, and I'm feeling much better, and I have more energy. And I didn't have my green drink yesterday, and gosh, did I feel it. I felt it so badly. I didn't have the energy, and I went for my walk, and it was a struggle, and I'm like, okay, green drinks every day, no exception. But getting back to the green-hearted healers, they're tremendously effective because they can shrink, they can go into your tissues, they can go where they're needed, and obviously they can put in prosthetics, or I don't know what's that. They can bring in things to help you heal. Now, they did this for me. I'm not saying that they're going to heal you, but gosh, I would ask them, and I would love to be able to channel them and heal other people, and maybe that will happen in the future, but I just wanted to introduce them, and I'm going to channel them. See if there's anything else I wanted to tell you about them. I took notes when my friend channeled them. They said that there is a possibility for people to regrow organs in the future. It's still off into the future, but it is a possibility. They said, they just talked about my personal health, you know, stopping the whites, the sugar, the flour, the white potatoes, things like that. But if you're open to receiving them, they will come in, they will support you, they will heal ailments in your body. And remember that your physical, your mental, and your emotional bodies are all connected. So when you're healing your physical, you're healing your emotional body, you're healing your mental body. Lightness and levity is their trademark. When they come in, I feel happy, I feel joyful. But that's true with the angels as well. And that's why I like to channel, because, you know, it's like being high without taking any drugs. Okay, and you can get high off of your breath as well. I do conscious breath, and it's an amazing modality. Anyhow, I hope I haven't gone out too long. And I want to bring these healers in so that you can experience them for yourself. Please invoke them, work with them, let them have the opportunity to work on you, and give them the opportunity to learn from your human structures, because they are studying that. So without further ado, I'm going to channel these beautiful green, lovely ETs from another universe. Okay. So at this time, I ask my highest and best guides to come forward. I'm asking for the angels to surround me. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Gabriel. Thank you. I ask for 10,000 warrior protection angels around me and anyone listening or watching this video later. I ask that all negative entities, energies, and thought forms be blocked from entering our fields. Please block all negative entities. If anything's released by anyone watching this video, I ask that the angels take it to source and transmute it into light. I ask that Jesus overlight and oversee this session. Make my words clear, accurate, loving, helpful, and truthful. And lastly, I invite in the green-hearted healers. By the way, my friend who was channeling them last week changed their name from the Gumbies to the green-hearted healers, because she is an amazingly beautiful channel, but a beautiful soul who realized that the Gumbies was not a respectful name. So thank you. So I invite the green-hearted healers to come in, and I'm asking the green-hearted healers for a message to humanity today. Amen. I'm going into my heart. You always want to channel from the heart, never the mind. Yes, we are here. Yay! And we are happy to be here. We are the green-hearted healers, and we bring in much light, much love, much healing, and much good tidings to you because we are thrilled, thrilled, thrilled to have this opportunity to connect with you in this way. It makes us happy. We want to have a more conscious connection, a more conscious learning and teaching with humanity. This is exciting for us. As the channel mentioned, we come from a universe, a faraway universe, and we have traveled many a long road to get here. And now that we're here and working with humanity, it's great, but we want to speak with humanity. We want to have an exchange of ideas and energy. So thank you for inviting us into your field. And thank you, Donna Carroll, for bringing us through. Yes, we are here to help with humanity's healing. We were summoned here. We were summoned here by the higher forces that regulate and control or run this reality. They have been asking for ETs or light beings from many far off places to come into this realm to help humanity heal. As humanity has experienced a very long time of being in a very dense reality, and for a long time there was no end in sight. So people have had many, many incarnations of dense reality, many incarnations of victim mentality, and many incarnations of hopelessness. And we are here to help change all that, as well as all the other ETs that are in and surrounding your space on planet Nova, New Earth, planet Nova. So this is what the channel likes to call it. Anyhow, we can work with you in your dream state and your waking state. It's just easier sometimes to work with you in your dream state because you are more receptive to our energy. Your mind is not distracted by talking to Tony or Joe or Sally, and you are not preoccupied with other things. We can get right in there. And yes, we can facilitate physical healing. It is possible, as the channel has witnessed. So don't be afraid to give us your biggest and best problems, because we love problems. That is how we learn. If you have cancer, if you have an alcohol addiction, if you have a broken, fractured bone that's causing you problems, call us in. We will give it our best try. And if it doesn't work initially, keep calling us in as we help you raise your vibration. You go into another state where we can twiddle and work our magic, and then you come back down into your resting state. This is why we like to work at you at night, because we help change your vibrational frequency. So here is what to do to work with us. We want you to, in a sense, bring us into your field. And the channel can help you do this. We work through her energy, obviously, and with her added intention, it will help bring us into your field. So we ask that you rest back. Yeah, we're going to do this right now. We don't waste time. Rest back. And we ask that you open your hearts to our energy, as we have nothing but love and positive inclinations and hopes for humanity. We are of the light. So bring us into your hearts. We ask that you open your crown, open your third eye, open your throat, and to those lovely hearts of yours, open your solar plexus, navel, and root chakras. And we ask that with this opening, You bring in source energy all the way into your crown and bring it down into your root and bring that energy into Mother Earth. And just bring in source energy and make yourselves an open channel to the higher dimensions. Do not forget to use your selenite in this process because it will help a lot. It helps a whole lot. Get yourselves some selenite, people. Okay, so now we are going to come inside your heart so that we can take up residence. Yes, we will. And we will help you heal in your dream state. So bring us in. At this time, we ask that the highest and best green-hearted healers for you individually come from our dimension, coming in, utilizing source energy, coming in to the crown chakra and down into the heart. And feel us coming into your heart chakra. And we will just work with you here and take up residence. This is what we do. And let you yourself feel our transmission. Woo. One moment, feel the transmission. We are in your hearts. And guess what we've done already? We've scanned your entire body. Yes, we have. And we are looking to see what's up with your body, your vehicle in this incarnation, and how it's connecting to other incarnations and other entities. So right now we are studying you and reviewing your history, medical history, spiritual history. Okay, so we are in your hearts. Now we ask that you let us work at our own pace and in our own way. Please give us that permission. We do not rush things. Your safety is our primary concern. And we will assist you, but it will be in our own way and in our own timing. And we will work systematically to heal the things that can be healed quickly, easily, firstly, and then we will work on to more difficult issues. In other words, sometimes you got to heal something to heal something else. Sometimes there's a domino effect in healing, as with other areas of life. But we are in your hearts. Yay! I'm embarrassed because I'm not like this. You guys, they're like, no, we're not going to tone it down. Okay. All right, so getting back to what we're going to do for you. We want you to give us a laundry list of what's bothering you physically. Is it your heart? Is it your feet? Is it your diabetes? Whatever it is, we want you to write out a list one by one of your physical ailments and your emotional, mental, and spiritual ailments. And yes, there's no judgment here. Everyone has mental, physical, and spiritual ailments. Yes, they do, even though they might not like to admit it. So, if you can admit it and look that bugaboo in the eye, it's better for you, because acknowledgement is the first step of the healing journey. So, make a list of the things that you would like to heal. Get yourself a piece of selenite. When you go to bed at night, take that piece of selenite and take that laundry list that you've made and remember us. Bring us into your hearts again. Green-hearted healers, come into my heart again. We never left. Secret, but it's good for you to connect to us mentally and in your heart space. And then ask us to heal these things that are bothering you. And do this every night. Do this every single night. And by the way, know that we are purely of the light. We do not physically incarnate on your planet. We are not physical beings. And we work with you in the higher dimensions. And they get percolated, or the higher energies percolate down into the physical energies. Now, another thing, we shift your entire being into a higher light force, work on you, and then you go back to your resting vibrational state. Now, know that if there's something that is not in our area of expertise, we will refer the highest and best healers for you, whether they're Arcturian, angelic, or something you've never heard of before. If you remain open and trust us, we will act as a switchboard operator to bring in the best guides to heal you. And yes, this channel can channel our energy as well, but she and we like people to be autonomous as possible, self-reliant as possible. So work with us on your own and see how that does for you. So, channel coming back. So I wanted to ask the green-hearted healers what we can do for ourselves to facilitate our healing in a general level, to bring the quickest, fastest amount of healing to us. I asked the green-hearted healers. Yes, good question. We suggest that you open your hearts as wide as possible. Humanity, do not worry about your future so much. Yes, things are rapidly shifting here and things are changing, but your focus, for the most part, is very much on the material. You're very concerned about your 401ks, your bank accounts. You're very concerned about these illusory things. And we will tell you that in the future, we won't give years, but in the near future, these things will be totally irrelevant. Your main focus should be on your spiritual development, which means opening your hearts, finding the proper process, source, channel, guru for you, and bringing in love. The more love you heal, the more love you have, the faster you can heal. The more open your heart, the more entities of the light can come in and work their magic. Open your hearts, raise your vibration, meditate, pray, ask for help. There's so much help around you. If you saw all the ships around your earth, you wouldn't worry about anything, my darlings. So open your hearts, bring in love, bring in us, bring in the angels, bring in the Christ, bring in the Buddha, bring in Krishna, bring in guides that are true and tested and are here to help. Do not worry so much about these physical things in your reality. Don't worry so much about your relationships, failed or otherwise. You spend way too much time and energy worrying. You spend way too much time and energy focusing on past hurts, betrayal, things and people that have let you down. Get rid of that. It does not help you. Open, open, open to the new realities, the new ETs that are here, and the old ones who have been with you through the millennia. We are in your hearts. You invited us in, And through this channel, we came into your being. So make the use of this. Make the use of this. This is something free. It does not cost money. You can work with us in your own time, your own space, but let's start in the dream state. We are here to help, and we love you. And we know that humans might think we are over the top, but this is toned down. So this is our message to you. We hope to come back in the future. Make that laundry list, trust, and bring yourselves into the light fully. This is our message to you. We love you. We say adieu. We help you. And we are here for you. Know that. And so now the channel comes back. Well, thank you, Green-Hearted Healers. That was very fun, and I feel lighter. I feel happier. I feel more joyful. I am taking your advice to heart. I'm focusing on the light. I'm opening myself up to God, and I am not focusing on the illusory material physical environment. I want to tell all of my viewers, all one of you, I love you. And I know everyone at the end of their channeling says, I love you, and I don't feel that way, honestly, in my everyday state, but after I channel, I do love you. I do love you. So I'm sending you my love, I'm sending you my support, I'm sending you every blessing and benefit that is yours. So opening the chakras in the palms of my hands. Yes, here we go. And I'm bringing in the energy of the Christ force, the energy of the green-hearted healers, and I'm sending it to you. Through my breath, through my hands, I hold you in light. I send you love. I give you nurturance. I send you sustenance from the higher realms of consciousness through my guides. Sending you all the love and healing that you want or need. So, amen. I'm wishing you the best week ever. Just take care of yourselves and know that these ETs love you and that people care about you and that humanity will be healed. Okay? Humanity will be healed. Love you. Take care. Amen.